Hi, I'm Max. I'm the creator behind Eat the Rich Art. I use he, him and they, them pronouns, and I thought I'd check in and show you what I made in the last week of February. So to start with, I'm pretty sure I showed this guy last week, but I'm going to show him again. Last Sunday / the early hours of Monday, I made a dragon. So he's been shown now, just in case he wasn't last week, but I think he was. Then after that, I did my Partner Picks My Yarn challenge over the next few days. So we made this alien turtle. This pattern is by this is the pattern by My Little Happy Bee. That's hard to say, guys. Yeah, that's by My Little Happy Bee on Instagram. It's a free pattern. I think everything I've made this week's been free patterns, which has been nice. So I used Parfait Chunky in light blue and deep blue, and also I can't tell if this is key lime or mint green, but yeah. So he has 18mm eyes on the turtle, 8mm eyes on the alien. I know I could have sized both of them up. That's just what I had available. I really enjoyed this pattern. I really love the way it's turned out. I want to make more. I want to make it in big yarns that turns out big. I want to play around with the colours a bit on it. I think it'd look really cute with the turtle in this banana because I've still got a full wall of that left. So this guy is definitely one I want to make more of. In total, he used 31 grams of dark blue, 88 grams of light blue, and 10 grams of green. I'm not entirely sure if that count of the light blue is accurate, because it doesn't feel like it should be with like, it feels like it should be about the same amount as the deep blue, but that's what I measured the ball at. So yeah. So he's down as taking 129 grams of yarn. I will measure it again next time I make it and see if that's accurate, because it doesn't feel accurate. So that was him. I made him on Monday. So then on Tuesday, I started Mr. Vaporeon. So he again used the light blue. The same light blue as the alien. Then we also used the tropical teal from Yarnsmith's Chenille Chunky. Same here. This is lemon yellow from Yarnsmith's Chenille Chunky, and a bit of white Elise Voluto. He has 18mm eyes and a very derpy face. I needed bigger eyes, I just didn't have them, nor the means to buy them. I might buy some more in the next few weeks. So I made him for my partner. This is a free Instagram pattern by Mein Heikel Zauber, or Heikel Zauber. I will have it in the Google Doc in the description. My minor problem with that is that the pattern I had saved I didn't realise was from one of those like re-upload accounts, and it appears that this pattern has been the victim of the Instagram IP purge, so I can't actually find it anymore from the original maker unless I go onto like their Etsy and stuff, and even then I don't think it's on there. So the link will be to the re-upload account, but obviously if you don't like using re-upload accounts, I don't like using re-upload accounts normally, just my partner had got excited for me to make this and I didn't want to let him down. But yeah, hopefully I can find it again from the actual maker at some point and replace the link with a direct link. This is this guy. Like I said, his face has turned out derpy. I'm not particularly happy with the way the head turned out in general. I personally wouldn't have done it as a cap. I would have done it with colour changes. Same with this top bit. These are so like thin, I probably would have tried to do a bit more shape to them. The head is quite big compared to the body. I probably would have made it a bit smaller. In the pattern photo it looks smaller. That was something interesting. The pattern photo does not look like the way this pattern turns out. Like even the body position and stuff looks different in the photo, so that was quite interesting. I'm not sure if there's a bit of like maybe AI-ery going on there. I don't think so, but like, yeah, it just reading through the pattern, I don't think it'd turn out like the photo looks, personally, but that could just be my interpretation of it. Same with the fins, they've turned out quite small. They look a bit bigger on photo. So yeah, not the happiest of how the pattern's turned out, but then I'm trying to avoid making IP where possible anyway, so especially Pokemon. I've only made this because it's for my partner. So it doesn't really matter if I don't like the pattern, because I probably won't make it again anyway. So that was that guy. Then after that, so he took me Tuesday and a decent chunk of Wednesday actually as well. So then on Thursday, I made a lot of things. Right, I'm gonna pause for a sec. I will be back because my throat is dry. Okay, throat recovered. Right, Thursday, we did a lot. We did a lot of things, lads. Where did we get to? Sheep. So this is the next pattern my partner picked out for me. This is the Shiba Inu by Iuli Crochet. He's turned out a reasonable size actually. I thought based on the pattern he might only be like this big, but I think they used a DK weight chenille for it, so he turned out quite small for them, but for me he is a chunky man and I love that because I need more stuff that's about this size on my table. But yeah, I really love him. I added a little tail of my own choice because it just looked bare without it. I was trying to say bare and plain at the same time, and it was coming out as Blair, which is not a word. But yeah, he's turned out adorable. I decided to do a little chain collar and then link it in the back rather than a bow, just because that's what I preferred to do. I used Parfait Chunky in Rust and in Cream for this guy. I was going to use Tan originally for the lighter colour, but I thought the cream would look better and I'm quite happy with that choice. The collar is the last little scrap of tropical teal in Yarn Smiths that I had left after I did this guy. So that is how he has turned out. He used... what did I say? There he is. Right. He used 65 grams of yarn in total, 43 grams of rust and 22 grams of cream. So he was quite a good little, like, small make. Like, if you've just got some little scraps of stuff left, you can make a sheep. This is by Iuli Crochet, if I didn't say that before. That is in the document already, and I really do recommend the pattern because look at him. He's just so cute. And I do feel like there's a lack of dog patterns about this size that have the detail that this one has. There's a lot that have just little nubby bobble stitch legs, not a lot that have like actual size legs and stuff like that, and I feel like the detail on this guy is quite good for the size that it is. So thank you to Iuli for this guy because he's quite unique as far as I've seen, in terms of the size he turns out and the detail, which is nice, and I like him a lot. So that was that one. Then on Thursday, at this point I was kind of rushing to get the video done. The partner picks my patterns challenge. I don't enjoy weeks where I don't have a market vlog to go up because market vlogs are a lot easier to just get out and film and sort. I don't have to motivate myself to do things because things happen and I go to them. So challenge videos for me, I always get to like the day before they're meant to be out and I go, I don't think this is long enough. I need to throw an extra thing in. So this is the extra thing that I threw in. My partner picked him out for me. He also doubles as my submission for the next Wheelie Wednesday challenge. And he is this Leggy Star by Naomi Crochet. I keep saying Natalie Crochet. It's a different name. Naomi Crochet. He's turned out quite cute in the banat. So he used up the last scrap I had of the first ball of banat plus a little bit of the second ball. And that added up to 37 grams in total, plus a little tiny bit of pink for his blush, though it does blend in with the pattern of the yarn. These are 10mm eyes in this guy. I tried to do the face on him, it just wasn't working. I'm not great at embroidering faces. It happens, I'll get better with practice. But yeah, I love that his legs have turned out quite twisty. I just think he looks cool. So I'm gonna stick him through testing and I hope he passes because I really like him and I want to make more. I keep hitting myself in the face, I don't mean to. Also, he's a really good stim. Like, I can imagine a child just picking him up and going like this because that's quite fun to do. So hopefully he gets through. I'm not sure with the long bits if there's extra testing I need to do on the long bits, so I need to do a bit of research on that. But yeah, so he used 37 grams of blue twist and he was finished on Thursday. Then also on Thursday, right, so on Thursday I made 2 plushies and then just continued crocheting. So I thought with the book fair coming up, I only had the book sleeves, I wanted some bookmarks as well, and I also wanted to use up some of my scrappier bits of DK, so that's what I did. I started off with these 2. So this is corner to corner crochet. I did 4 rounds with it doubled up, so double stranded the DK. Did 4 rows of corner to corner, and then I didn't do a finishing edge on these first ones. This is completely free-handed, and then I did a single crochet border to put the 2 pieces together. So that took 7 grams of yarn in total, 3 grams for the small colour and then 4 grams for the one that I did the border in, and I did one with the purple border and one with the green border. And then these are just, they're nice still, but they're quite chunky, so I can imagine that they won't be like very sturdy if they're in a book or stable. So then I thought, let's just give it a go with single layer and see how it turns out. So then I did these 3. This was all Thursday night because these are quite quick, they only take about 10-15 minutes to make, which is really nice. So these are 5 rows and then an added border. So I just slip stitched when I got to a point of one of the squares with the corner to corner and then single crocheted in the gaps to try and make it a bit more even. This used between 5 and 6 grams for each one in total, so 2 or 3 grams per colour. And again, just a single crochet border around the edge to connect the 2 pieces together. I wanted to do these as a Wicked theme because these were a Beetlejuice theme, so that's why they're pink and green. I quite like them, no one bought them. Then I thought, right, if I'm doing a musicals theme, let's do a couple of other musicals. So I've done 2 orange ones, one Hamilton and one Percy Jackson, but then I tried to do the embroidery on them. These last 3 I made on Friday. Tried to do the embroidery on them. I'm just not good at embroidery in general, so that wasn't working out well. I probably should have cut some felt or like painted onto them, but I just didn't have time by that point. I'd gone to get my float and it had taken like 2 hours to get my float because I'd gone to the post office and they'd gone, we've not got enough cash, you need to go to the bigger post office that's down the road. And I went, well, if I'm gonna have to go to there, I might as well go to the bank. So I went all the way to the bank and then the traffic was awful and it took so long to get home. So Friday was a slog. I didn't get much done Friday. Considering I made 5 bookmarks and 2 plushies on Thursday, I made 3 bookmarks on Friday. And then again, the failed embroidery did take a while, so I made 2 orange ones and then I made a blue one because I was also going to make this either Percy Jackson or Star Kid Hatchetfield themed, but none of them are properly themed because the embroidery skills were not flowing that day. So we have 3 of those. So that's 8 bookmarks in total, none of which have sold. And then on Saturday I had a market, as you will find out on Friday how that went. That video is coming. So I didn't want to take eyes and all of that stuff with me this time. I just wanted something simple that I could just go around and around and around. So I've started a market bag. This is, I think I've done it wrong because it's quite roughly, but we'll find out. This is one, well, not a full ball of this yarn, because this is the ball that was left when I finished that cardie in December. So I think there was about 90 grams of it. Let's check. Yes, this is Signet Colour Rush in Calypso. This was 93 grams of this yarn. I think I've got 2 rows left to do, and then the handles. So obviously it will stretch out quite a bit. Once there's stuff in the bag, it's going to be quite a weird shaped bag, like I said, because of the ruffles. But I don't want to frog it, so I'm just going to make it and hope it looks fine. I'm enjoying it, but it takes ages. I forget how long, like, making anything in double knit takes to get a decent size. So I'm just going to keep going with this. I'll probably end up using the last 2 balls of the Calypso that I've got to make a second one, hopefully doing it right that time. Yeah, just have 2 market bags ready for my 2 Pride festivals, because it's vaguely rainbow. So that is the plan for that. I'm enjoying the pattern, it just takes ages and a lot of yarn. That will probably be my next few days worth of stuff. I also need to check if I have a gap in the upload schedule to see if I need to make another challenge video. I do have some yarn coming, so I might just do a yarn haul and a chat about overconsumption, but we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, that is everything I have to say, I think. If you liked my makes, please let me know in the comments. Let me know which one your favourite was. I think my favourite is the turtle, because he's also very stimmy, because you, like I said, you can just, and it makes a nice sound. Also, like, he's so floppy, it's just cute. It's just cute. I love him. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. I think I've already said that. So yes, like the video if you liked it. Let me know what your favourite make was. A lot of this will be on my Ko-fi. I don't think I've uploaded it yet, so that will be over the next couple of days. I do still need to UKCA test the new patterns. Pardon me. Yeah, I need to UKCA test the new patterns, so they won't be up just yet until I get time to do that, and physical energy to do that, because my body was not happy with me about this market. So yeah, so check out the Ko-fi store. There's so much stuff on there at the minute. I have such a big stock bag, so if you see anything in any of my videos that you like, it's probably on there. And that is everything I have to say. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week. I hope you have a good evening, morning, nighttime, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you right now. Thank you for getting this far with me, and I hope you have a good day.